Hello, my friends, and welcome to Kurt Berglund's Baseball World. It is time for the Kurt Berglund's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness set to take over my tabletop one more time. Game 2, we're at Wrigley Field today for Game 2 of the 4-game opening series between the Kansas City Royals and the Chicago Cubs. Game 1 was a 9-6 Royals winner. You never know when you're going to get a slugfest, but we had one at Wrigley on opening day. So in Game 2, the Cubs are going to be looking to even the score in this four-game series. The pitching matchup, they're all excellent in this set, but this one's really good. Brett Saberhagen for the Royals, the right-hander, is on the mound against Mark Pryor for the Chicago Cubs. A couple of hard throwers going on the mound for both these clubs in this one. So the Royals come into this ball game with a 1-0 record, and the Cubs are 0-1. In the description for this video is the link to the PLAAY Games website where you can pick up this set of cards, Kurt Berglund's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness. You can also pick up History Maker Baseball at the PLAAY Games website. All of that is linked for you in the description. Also in the description for this video is the link to my channel membership. With membership on my channel, you get access to members-only videos that subscribers cannot see, playing tips, game demos, special reports, exclusive replays, book reviews, all sorts of stuff and an archive of the past members-only videos as well that you can go through and subscribers cannot. You also get, as a channel member, discounts in my secondary store, $10 off per set, $2 off per individual team, and you get a free gift from me every month as a thank you for being a channel member. So that's a great value as well. That link is in the description below as well. But I'm ready. Let's get down to Wrigley Field, check out the lineups and the batting orders, and roll some History Maker Baseball. Kurt Berglund's 50 Years of Baseball Greatness. The batting orders for today's game go like this. For Kansas City, the visitors, Willie Wilson leads off in center. Bobby Witt Jr. bats second at short. George Brett bats third at third base. Hal McRae cleans up as DH. John Mayberry bats fifth at first. Amos Otis bats sixth in right. Alex Gordon bats seventh in left. Salvador Perez bats eighth. He'll catch. Frank White bats ninth. He's the second baseman. On the mound, it's Brett Saberhagen. Here's what I wrote about him. Saberhagen won his second Cy Young Award in 1989, leading the league in wins, ERA, complete games, and innings pitched. Yikes. All right, for the homestanding Cubs, Bobby Dernier leads off in center. Ryan Sandberg bats second at second base. Bill Buckner bats third. He'll play left field. Sammy Sosa cleans up. He's in right. Anthony Rizzo bats fifth. He's the DH. Chris Bryant bats sixth. He'll be at third. Mark Grace bats seventh. He's at first base. Jody Davis bats eighth. He'll catch. And Sean Dunston bats ninth. He'll be the shortstop. On the mound, it's Mark Pryor. Here's what I wrote about him. A key part of Chicago's playoff run in 2003, injuries derailed what could have been an amazing career. All right. The ballpark is Wrigley Field. Wrigley Field is semi-small for left-handed batters and semi-small for right-handed batters, so that may come into play today. Also, we have our umpires. The home plate umpire, Doug Harvey. First base is Jerry Crawford. Second base, Paul Runge. And third base, John McSherry. Hot and cold players. For the Royals, Amos Otis is cold. Salvador Perez is hot. Hal McRae, the cleanup designation for History Maker Baseball. For the Cubs, Bobby Dernier is cold, Chris Bryant is hot, and Sammy Sosa gets the cleanup designation for today's game. All right, I think we are just about ready to go at Wrigley. Willie Wilson steps in the batter's box against Mark Pryor, and here we go. This is... I struck him out. Mark Pryor bringing the cheese. Bobby Witt Jr. comes to the plate now. Pryor winds and deals. And this is a comebacker to Mark Pryor. He gloves it, takes a couple of steps toward Mark Grace, and throws him the ball for out number 2. George Brett, the batter now. The delivery by Pryor. And hey, struck him. Oh, he got a piece of it. It rolls toward Bryant at third. And Chris fires to Grace for the putout. A 1-2-3, top of the first for Pryor. We go to the bottom of the first. Royals nothing, and the Cubs coming to bat. Here's Bobby Dernier against Brett Saberhagen. The delivery. And Saberhagen strikes out Dernier. 1 down in the bottom of the first. Ryan Sandberg comes to the plate. Saberhagen deals to him. And this is swung on, it's hit to center. Willie Wilson right there makes the catch for out number 2. Bill Buckner, the batter now, the 1980 National League batting champ. The delivery by Brett Saberhagen is a little comebacker to Brett Saberhagen. He flips it to John Mayberry for out number 3. And both pitchers with 1-2-3 first innings. We go to the second. Royals nothing, Cubs nothing. It'll be McRae, Mayberry, and Otis coming up for Kansas City in inning number 2. The delivery by Mark Pryor is a jam job comebacker right to Mark. Another one. He flips to Grace, and there's 1 down. Big John Mayberry comes to the plate now, and the delivery to him is a line drive, taking it for right field. Caught by Ryan Sandberg, 2 down. Nice play by Rhino, and that'll bring up Otis. Mark Pryor delivers to the Royals right fielder. And this is a base hit to right field for Otis, his first of the young season. It drops in front of Sammy Sosa. And, well, let's see. Otis is going to work on his lead here. He might be going. Alex Gordon comes to the plate. Pryor the stretch and the delivery. Otis is not running. And this is a line drive caught by Bryant. That one was ticketed for the left field corner. But a nice play by Chris to retire the side. Nothing across for the Royals in inning number 2. We go to the bottom of the second. Royals nothing, Cubs nothing. Sosa, Rizzo, and Bryant coming up in the Cubs second inning. Brett Saberhagen delivers. And a ground ball rolling toward Witt. He gloves it and fires to Mayberry for out number 1. Anthony Rizzo, the batter now. The delivery by Brett Saberhagen is swung on and bounced to first. It's Big John Mayberry. He'll take it to the bag unassisted for out number 2. Chris Bryant, the batter now. Saberhagen delivers. And it is a comebacker to Saberhagen. He gloves it and flips to Mayberry for out number 3. 6 up and 6 down for Saberhagen. We go to the third. We had a pitcher's duel early in this one. Royals nothing, Cubs nothing. Salvi Perez, Frank White, and Willie Wilson up in the Royals' third inning. Mark Pryor deals. And a base hit for Perez to left field. It drops in front of Buckner, who collects it and gets it back in. That'll bring up Frank White. Double play depth for the Cub infield. Pryor the stretch and the delivery to the Royals' second baseman. Line drive caught by Bryant. Another shot off the bat of a Royals hitter, but it lands in the glove of Chris Bryant. Here's Willie Wilson. Perez couldn't move too far off first. He's still there right now. 1 on, 1 out for KC. The delivery to Willie Wilson is a pop-up. Mark Grace on the infield dirt, calling and taking for out number 2. Bobby Witt Jr. will be the batter now. The windup by Pryor and the delivery to the 0-for-1 Bobby Witt is a ground ball hit to Grace at first. He gloves it to his right and feeds Pryor covering for out number 3. Royals get a base runner but can't do anything with him. We go to the bottom of the third. Royals nothing, Cubs nothing. It'll be Grace, Davis, and Dunston in the Cubs' third inning. Brett Saberhagen deals. And it's a ground ball to short, gobbled up by Bobby Witt. He fires to Mayberry for out number 1. Jody Davis, the batter. The delivery to him is a number to first. This is Mayberry. He's going to tag Davis coming up the line for out number 2. Sean Dunston, the batter now. Nobody on base for the Cubs. The delivery by Brett Saberhagen is popped up. Bobby Witt Jr. in short left field, calling and taking for out number 3. 9 up and 9 down for Brett Saberhagen to start the ball game. We go to the 4th, and your score: Royals nothing, Cubs nothing. Pryor gets the meat of the Royals order coming up in the 4th. It'll be Brett, McRae, and Mayberry. Mark Pryor deals. And a line drive, base hit to center. Drops in front of Bobby Dernier, and Brett is aboard. Double play depth now for the Cubs infield. The dangerous Hal McRae at the plate. Mark Pryor the stretch and the delivery is a fly ball to left. Bill Buckner in a few steps will make the catch for out number 1. Brett retreats to first. Here's Mayberry. Pryor the stretch and the delivery to Big John is a fly ball to right and deep. Back goes Sammy Sosa. He's in the well. He makes the catch for out number 2. Brett retreats to first. One more biscuit for breakfast, and John Mayberry goes deep, but no. 2 outs now. Here's Amos with Brett still at first. Pryor the stretch and the delivery. And I struck him out. Pryor gave him the gas, and that will retire the Royals in inning number 4. Nothing across. They leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Royals nothing, Cubs nothing. Top of the order coming for the North Siders. Dernier, Sandberg, and Buckner in the 4th. Saberhagen deals to Bobby Dernier. And he swings and hits one to center. In a few steps is Willie Wilson, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Ryan Sandberg, the batter now. He's 0-for-1. The delivery by Brett Saberhagen is a little comebacker to Saberhagen. He flips to Mayberry for out number 2. Bill Buckner, the batter now, with nobody on base. Sammy Sosa would be next. The delivery by Saberhagen is a ground ball pulled to first. This is Mayberry. He's going to take it to the bag himself for out number 3. Nothing across for the Cubs. In fact, no base runners yet through 4 innings. Saberhagen has retired the first 12 Cub batters in a row. We go to the 5th. Royals nothing, Cubs nothing. Gordon, Perez, and White coming up for the Royals in the 5th. Mark Pryor kicks and deals to Alex Gordon. And he struck him out. Mark Pryor gave Alex Gordon the broccoli cauliflower medley gas. Now it's Salvi Perez, 1-for-1. Mark Pryor deals to Perez, and he struck him out. 4 strikeouts now for Mark Pryor, including the last 3 Royals batters. Here's Frank White. The top of the order with Willie Wilson would be next. Mark Pryor deals. And he struck out the side. Nothing across for the Royals in the 5th. We are halfway through this one, and we have decided nothing. Your score, Royals nothing, Cubs nothing. What a change from opening day. The wind was blowing out. It was a 9-6 Royals victory, and nobody has scored yet in this one. For the Cubs in the bottom of the 5th, it'll be Sosa, Rizzo, and Bryant. Brett Saberhagen deals. And this will be ripped to left and deep. Back goes Alex Gordon, warning track, wall, and it's gone. Sammy Sosa puts the Cubs up 1-0. Well, that changed fortunes in a hurry. It broke Saberhagen's 12-in-a-row streak of batters retired to start the ball game. Here's Rizzo 0-for-1. Saberhagen deals to the Cubs' designated hitter, and he walked him. Saberhagen rattled a little bit by the Sosa bomb onto Waveland Avenue. Here's Chris Bryant. Saberhagen deals. And this is a ground ball, just foul, outside the third base bag. And the next delivery to Bryant from Saberhagen is a yacker, and he swung right through it. Second strikeout for Sabes. 1 on, 1 out now. For the Cubs, it's Grace. Double play depth for the Royals. The delivery to Mark Grace. And he struck him out. Number 3, and Saberhagen humped up on that fastball. It'll bring up Jody Davis with Rizzo still at first. The stretch and the delivery to Jody Davis. And he strikes out the side. So both pitchers strike out the side in the 5th, but the Cubs get a run before that happens on a Sammy Sosa bomb onto Waveland. We go to the 6th. It's the Cubs 1 and the Royals nothing. Top of the order coming for Kansas City in inning number 6. Wilson, Witt, and Brett. The wind and the delivery by Mark Pryor is a fly ball to left. Coming in quickly, Bill Buckner, and he's got it for out number 1. That now is a string of 7 in a row retired for Mark Pryor. Bobby Witt's 0-for-2 in the delivery. Is a strike 3 called. Pryor burned off the outside corner with that heater. 2 down. Brett at the plate now. 8 in a row retired by Pryor. Brett's 1-for-2. The delivery to George Brett is a jam job pop-up in short left field. Sean Dunston calling and taking for out number 3. 9 in a row retired now by Mark Pryor through a pretty good Royals lineup. Here we go to the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Dunston, Dernier, and Sandberg for the Cubs. Brett Saberhagen kicks and deals. And it's a base hit to left field. Drops in front of left fielder Alex Gordon. Dunston's aboard. Here's Bobby Dernier. A lot of options here for the Cubs. Let's see what they decide to do. The stretch and the delivery to Dernier. He lays down a beautiful bunt toward the second baseman, Frank White. It gets past the pitcher, and he's going to be safe with a bunt single for Bobby Dernier. He was trying to sacrifice but it was too good. He got it past Saberhagen, and he's safe on a bunt single. Dunston up to second base. That's trouble for the Royals. 2 on now, nobody out, and here comes Ryan Sandberg. Jeff Montgomery starts to throw in the Royals bullpen. All right, Saberhagen the stretch. Sandberg is 0 for 2. The delivery to Rhino. And that is going to be a base hit to left field. And it's going to get in the gap. That's going to score Dunston. Dernier is on his horse. He's flying around third. Willie Wilson collects it in left center. Sandberg coming to third. The relay is late, and Sandberg is in with a 2-run triple. 3-0 Cubs. Fans going nuts. Here's Bill Buckner. The Royals are going to move their infield in now. They are trailing 3-0. Saberhagen the stretch, and the pitch to the 0 for 2 Billy Buck. And it is a ground ball to third. And that is to George Brett. Holding at third will be Sandberg. Brett fires to Mayberry for the putout. There's 1 down. Sammy Sosa is due now. He went deep last inning. First base is open. Rizzo is on deck. Let's see what they decide to do here. Saberhagen the stretch and the delivery. They are pitching to Sammy Sosa. It is swung on and hit to center. Under it is Willie Wilson. He will make the catch. Tagging at third is Sandberg. He's coming home. The throw is offline. And Sandberg scores on a sacrifice fly by Sammy Sosa. 4-0 Cubs. Here's Rizzo with 2 outs and nobody on. Saberhagen deals to the Cubs DH. And he walks him. Jeff Montgomery is ready in the Royals bullpen. Here's Chris Bryant. The stretch and the delivery by Saberhagen. And he struck him out on a yacker. That's strikeout number 5 for Saberhagen. But in the 6th, the Cubs get 3 big runs. They do it on 3 hits. They leave 1. We go to the 7th. Your score, Cubs 4, Royals nothing. For Kansas City in inning number 7, it's McRae, Mayberry, and Otis. Coming up for Kansas City, the delivery by Mark Pryor is a fly ball to center. Bobby Dernier pounds the glove and makes the catch for out number 1. John Mayberry, the batter now. The delivery by Mark Pryor is swung on by Mayberry, and this is trouble. This is trouble. Back goes Dernier. Warning track, wall, and it's gone. A solo blast by John Mayberry puts Kansas City on the board and breaks a string of 10 in a row retired by Mark Pryor. Now the Cubs bullpen is going to get busy as Amos Otis comes to the plate. And it's going to be Mitch Williams and the big shooter, Rod Beck. Lefty-righty double-barreled action in the Cubs bullpen. Otis, 1 for 2, is up there now. The delivery by Mark Pryor is a ground ball to third. That's Bryant to his right. Gloves it by the third base bag and fires across the diamond to Mark Grace for out number 2. Alex Gordon, the batter now, he's 0 for 2. Pryor kicks and deals. And this is going to be a fly ball to left. Bill Buckner by the foul line is going to make the catch for out number 3. Pryor limits the damage in the 7th, but does allow a run. It's time to stretch him out in Wrigley Field with your score. The Cubs 4 and the Royals 1. Saberhagen is out for the 7th inning. He'll face Grace, Davis, and Dunston for the Cubs. Brett Saberhagen deals. And this is a base hit into right field for Mark Grace. Leadoff man aboard for the Cubs in the 7th. Jody Davis due up, and that's going to do it for Brett Saberhagen. Here comes Ned Yost, and he wants Jeff Montgomery to take over on the mound. So let's tell you about Saberhagen's day. He goes 6+ innings. He allows 5 hits. One of them was a home run. He walked 2. He struck out 5. He allowed 4 runs so far. They're all earned, and Grace at first is his responsibility. Coming on is Jeff Montgomery. Here's what I wrote about him on this card. Montgomery established himself as an elite reliever. In 1989, he saved over 300 games in his career. He's a right-hander, and he's facing Jody Davis with the Royals infield at double play depth. Sean Dunston is on deck. The stretch by Montgomery and the delivery. And he struck out Jody. 1 down in the 7th. All right, now it'll be Sean Dunston, 1 for 2. Montgomery the stretch and the delivery to the Cubs shortstop. And it is hit to the outfield. Royals get to throw some leather here. And coming on is Amos Otis. He's going to make the catch for out number 2. Retreating to first is Mark Grace. Now it's Bobby Dernier. A bunt single for Bobby was a huge part of that 3-run 6th inning for the Cubs. Montgomery the stretch. Sandberg would be next. The delivery to Bobby Dernier is hit to the outfield. The Royals trying to make a play and get out of the inning. Let's see if Wilson's going to get there. He is for out number 3. Nice running catch by Willie Wilson. We go to the 8th, and your score, Cubs 4, Royals 1. The 8th inning is on. Mark Pryor is the pitcher for the Cubs, and Bruce Sutter is warming up in the bullpen. All right, Pryor will face Perez, White, and Wilson scheduled in the Royals' 8th inning. The windup and the delivery by Mark Pryor is swung on by Perez. Did he get it? This is going to be to left and deep. Back goes Bill Buckner. Warning track, wall, and it's gone. 4-2 all of a sudden. The Cubs leading the Royals. Royals cut it to 2. Here's Frank White. Pryor still on the mound. Sutter not ready yet. The delivery by Mark Pryor to the Royals' second baseman is a base hit to left field. It drops in front of Buckner, and that's going to do it for Mark Pryor. Bruce Sutter is going to get the call here in the 8th inning for manager Joe Madden. In the ball game, Pryor goes 7+ innings. He allows 6 hits. 2 of them were homers. He did not walk a man. He struck out 6. He's in line for the victory if Bruce Sutter can close the deal here. Here's what I wrote about Bruce. Sutter was not a hard thrower, but he mastered the split-fingered fastball in the minors, and it saved his career. He was unhittable at his best. And in 1977 through 79, he was really at his best. Willie Wilson, the batter, he is 0 for 3. He is the tying run at the plate. The stretch by Sutter and the delivery to Willie Wilson. He struck him out. 1 down in the Royals' 8th inning. Bobby Witt Jr., the batter now. Frank White still at first. Everybody at the plate is the tying run, potentially. Sutter, the stretch, and the pitch to Bobby Witt Jr. is a comebacker to Bruce. He gloves it, throws to Dunston for 1, and the relay to Grace not in time. Bobby Witt Jr. beats the Rapid first. That will bring up Brett with a chance to tie the game with a long one. Brett is 1 for 3. Suitor, the stretch, and the delivery to George Brett is ball 4. He walked him. 2 on now with 2 outs for Hal McRae. Suitor in a jam. 4-2 Cubs were in the 8th. McRae, the potential go-ahead run at the plate. Suitor, the stretch. Here comes the split finger. And it is a ground ball hit to second. Sandberg sidearms it to Mark Grace at first to retire the side. Suitor puts out the fire in the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and your score, Cubs 4, Royals 2. Jeff Montgomery out for his second inning of work. He'll face Sandberg, Buckner, and Sosa, the 2, 3, 4 hitters for manager Joe Madden. The stretch by Montgomery and the delivery to Ryan Sandberg is a base hit to left field. It drops in front of Alex Gordon, and Sandberg's aboard. Here's Bill Buckner. The Royals bullpen is getting going again. This is Greg Holland throwing in the bullpen. He's a right-hander. The stretch by Montgomery, the delivery to the 0 for 3, Billy Buck. And hey, struck him out. 2 strikeouts now for Montgomery, 1 gone in the 8th. Here's Sammy. Montgomery, the stretch. The pitch to Sammy Sosa. And hey, struck out Sammy. 2 down. Rizzo at the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. Sandberg still at first. And let's see. He is off and running. Rizzo takes the pitch. The throw down by Salvador Perez, not in time. Sandberg steals second. He's in scoring position. Montgomery, the stretch, the pitch home to Rizzo. That's a big run right there if the Cubs can bring him in. It is swung on and hit to center and deep. Back goes Willie Wilson. It is gone. A 2-run bomb by Rizzo puts the Cubs in front 6-2. Wow. That's a blast right there onto the batter's eye in center field, and Montgomery just shakes his head. Chris Bryant is 0 for 3. He's up there now. Montgomery deals to him. And it's swung on and hit to center. Into left center is Willie Wilson. He is there, and he will put it away for out number 3. But in the 8th, Anthony Rizzo provides the power and extends the Cubs' lead by 2 on 2 hits. They don't leave anybody. We go to the 9th. Suitor back out for the potential save. Cubs 6, Royals 2. Otis, Gordon, and Mayberry, Otis, and Gordon. I'll get it right. Coming on for the Royals in the 9th inning. Against Suitor. If anybody gets on, it'll be Perez. The stretch or the windup by Suitor and the delivery to Big John Mayberry is swung on. It's hit to center. Bobby Dernier in his tracks will make the catch for out number 1. Amos Otis is 1 for 3, and he's up there now. The delivery to Amos is a jam job pop-up. A mile in the air. Chris Bryant in fair territory under it and makes the catch for out number 2. Alex Gordon, the batter now, he's 0 for 3. Salvi Perez would be next. The delivery by Suitor. He struck him out on a splitter, and that is your ball game. A Chicago Cubs winner. Let's give you the totals on this one. For the homestanding and victorious Cubs, 6 runs on 7 hits. And they committed no errors. The Royals, 2 runs on 6 hits, and they committed no errors. Winning pitchers, Mark Prior, 1-0 in Game 2, of course. Suter gets his first save, a 2-inning job. Brett Saberhagen takes the loss. Probably deserved a better fate. Star of the game? Well, I don't know. I'm going to give it to Sandberg. He goes 2 for 4 with a big 2-run triple in the 6th to extend the Cub lead at that time to 3-0. He later scored. Then he singled and scored, stole a base and scored in the 8th, made a bunch of plays in the field. Honorable mention to Mark Prior for a tough job of pitching, 7+ innings, limiting a good Royals lineup to 2 runs. With the victory, the Cubs even their record at 1-1, and the Royals fall to 1-1. 2 more games to go in this opening series. In the description for this video is the link to History Maker Baseball. You can find the Kurt Berglund 50 Years of Baseball Greatness set that I have been using in this video right there at that website. You can also find everything you need for History Maker Baseball and all sorts of other games on the PLAAY Games website. Also in the description for this video is the link to channel membership. Remember, with membership in my channel, you get access to members-only videos that subscribers cannot see. You get discounts in my secondary store, $10 off per set, $2 off per team, and you get a free gift from me every month. So that's a great value as well. Check out both of those links. But for now, from Wrigley Field in Chicago, your final. The Chicago Cubs 6, the Kansas City Royals 2. I hope you have a great evening. So long, everybody.